Hello and welcome to the Unofficial Maritime Wrestling Podcast. Back with episode 48. Joined as always by the big boss, Corey Robichaux.
How's it going, boys?
He likes curling.
I do like curling, actually.
There you go.
Not curling is fair.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. As you just heard, Mark the Mark is here.
Yo, yo, yo.
Shad Gaspar and JTG. It's crime time.
Oh, I ain't doing shit. I ain't no snitch.
Oh, okay. So, obviously, Jason not here, dealing with some health problems right now. Won't go into too many details. We do wish our best to Jason, get well soon. Jason will be updating his health on his Facebook page, so make sure to go check that out and send him a message of encouragement. I know he'll appreciate that. So get well soon, buddy. And next up, we got 3 shows that happened this weekend, and on a rare week, I actually got to see matches from every show. So we're going to start off with UCW. Over 230 fans were there for this show. On
Nice.
VIP, Robbie McAllister and Jonathan Cross, they beat AWOL for the Atlantic Canadian title. The Kid, Rudy Lockhart, he beat Anthony Deuce Harlem. Ronnie Payne beat Lincoln Steen for the UCW tag team titles. The Hollywood Heathens beat the NWO, new tag team champions there. Madison Miles beat the Ghost Ricky Mortis. And for the UCW heavyweight title, Chip Chambers successfully defended versus JP Sims. Let's get into this card a little bit. The VIP match, Jonathan Cross, he's got the briefcase. He's clearly someone that they got big plans for in the future. Do you agree?
I think so. Yeah, somebody did mention that as well, eh? I think they may have been talking about him at ECPW, but I could see the same thing at UCW. He's a good talent. He's over, well-rounded. There's really nothing wrong with that. If you're looking for a guy to rely on, I don't see why not. Yeah.
Listen, he's as talented as Mark is congested, all right? Just brutal. The guy is super skilled. I love when I get to see him. I don't get to see him nearly enough. I feel like most of the time that I've gotten to see him, it's always been a Nova Scotia promoter. So whether that be in Shediac or when Dave brings him into Spring Hill or somewhere. So big fan of Jonathan Cross.
Same. He has that briefcase. The last 2 cash-ins were on the Atlantic Canadian title. I kind of feel like he might be the one taking the belt off Chip eventually.
Yeah.
And as a heel, maybe, because I don't know, unless Chip turns heel.
He's a heel pretty much everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chip is a great heel.
Oh, yeah.
Who knew that one of the best baby faces ever to wrestle for the Maritimes would make such a great heel?
But it's because he changes everything. There's nothing I hate more than a heel that comes out to something Spice Girls, some super exciting music. Woo, yeah! No, come out to something, methodical, melodic, something slower. Give me that. I don't want to see a heel that's running around. I want to see a heel that scares me a little bit, intimidates me.
Yeah.
But I'm also old, and that's just the era that I grew up with.
Well, it's the
I
motives, right? That's kind of what changed the game. You understand.
The motors? What did you say?
The motives.
Motor oil? Come on, it is. It's congested, boys. I'm sorry, everybody. It's really congested tonight. Holy fuck.
It is flu season.
Go get your flu shot.
Shelter myself. They're at home.
My God.
Rudy Lockhart has surpassed 1 year with the Atlantic Canadian Championship. He's a world champion elsewhere. I know Mr. Boyce hates when I call titles in the Maritime World titles. It separates the top title and the secondary title. I'm going to use it. Sorry, Dave. But the Atlantic Canadian title on Rudy Lockhart, he successfully defends it here. What's left for Rudy Lockhart with this belt? And who's the perfect fit that could take the belt from Rudy? Not all at once now.
That's a loaded question, man. Like,
It is, but
I think
it's
at
something.
UCW, think about it. I think there's more people that are on that mid card that would be contending for that title rather than the, as you call it, the world title or the heavyweight title or whatever you want to call it. So, like, if Rudy was to lose it, and let's say Jonathan Gross would take it from Chip Chambers, I think Rudy would be a good next in line afterwards. That would make sense to me.
I agree.
Yep.
So let's get into another title match, and I'll get back to the Atlantic Canadian title after we talk about this. The Hollywood Heathens. For Connor Cook's State of Maritime Wrestling podcast, they won Tag Team of the Year. I think that the Hollywood Heathens are just going to dominate tag team wrestling in the Maritimes in 2026. And they've already started. They are the brand new UCW Tag Team Champions. Pro Wrestling Ontario Trios Champion. We'll get to that later.
Yeah.
They beat the NWO here. The NWO was started with Dylan Davis. Now it's Joey White, Max Power, Dawson James. I feel like that stable might be dissolving pretty soon. And going back to the Atlantic Canadian Championship, I think Dawson James would be the perfect next Atlantic Canadian champion. Thoughts on this?
Yeah. Yeah, that would be a good choice, to be honest. And I mean, looking at the NWO, I think you're right, though. Like, I think it's done its job. I think it's kind of run its course where Dawson James, Joey White, at least, you know, as the more newer guys.
And it got them over. It got them over even more. And that's
exactly.
Like, with Max Power, Max is worth his weight in gold. I think he's a very underrated talent in the Maritimes. You know, him and Maurice Power are going to fight for the Powers name. Like, he can do serious, he can do comedy. Right now, he's been at it for a while. I think he's just having fun with it. I think the NWO thing, dissolving, you know, Joey White, right now I believe he's injured, but he's another one. Like I said, Dawson James. Could be Joey White going after Rudy Lockhart.
There you go. That's one of the possibilities.
Yeah, so I think UCW is going to have a hell of a year. Chip Chambers versus JP Sims. I mean, that's a main event anywhere in the Maritimes. Like, I bet you had some great heat by JP Sims. Mr. David A. Boyce was probably in his corner. You know, Chip continuing from 2025. So this was a hell of a good show. I only saw a few matches that New Scott uploaded, but I can't wait to see the rest of these.
So Dave took didn't take a bump, but like he did the headbutt into JP Sims, his family jewels, I believe. That was the
match. His nether regions.
His nether regions.
Was that correct. The match? I didn't see this. Was that online?
I think it is. Yeah, there was a clip that was out there.
Okay, I didn't see the clip, but it checks out. I know Dave posted that they got screwed again. And Dave actually had some pretty exciting news drop this week where he will actually be wrestling at Supercard 5 versus Madison Miles.
Ooh, he's in danger.
Clap, clap,
he's
clap,
in
clap,
danger.
Clap. All right, that was UCW. We're going to move over to CCW, Clash 41, New Year's Clash. On the VIP, a fatal four-way number one contenders match for the River Valley title. Shano beat Matt Kerr, Oscar Ironside, and Patrick O'Neill. On VIP as well, Olafur Hansen and Chizenko, they went the time limit. For the NBWA heavyweight title, Rugged Rick Owens beat Zane Valentine. After the match, I believe Kerry Killam hit the ring, and I didn't see the clip. The matches aren't out yet, but Kerry Killam put out a challenge, and on, I believe, I had it written down, and I don't know where the paper is. I believe it's on the 21st of February. Clash
42.
Clash 42.
Eviction.
Yeah. That's the one. Kerry Killam will be challenging Rugged Rick Owens for the title. Stormy Hale, she beat Matriarch. for the River Valley Championship. Hunter Sampson, he beat Narcissus Saint. Zatara, he beat... Now, I believe he beat Matt Strong, and Nick Strong came out, and there was this whole schmoz, so Zatara got the win there. But I didn't get it from Connor. It was one of the two Strong brothers, and the other one came out. A match has been made between the Strong brothers, so...
For the February 21st, yeah.
Yeah. Dan McCullough, he beat Big Bad LG Logan Green. Casey Diamond beat Salem Wilder. And in a 5-star classic, the NBWA Tag Team titles in a ladder match, Ace Dynasty wins back the titles from Crude Oil. Let's get into a couple of these matches. During the Casey Diamond Salem Wilder match, Stormy Hale came out and caused a distraction. And Salem Wilder, I feel like CCW right now has a good babyface and good heel female that could feud for the titles. And that top heel right now is Stormy Hale. She's 100%. Worth her weight in gold. She is really good. Salem Wilder fits that babyface role. Really good, really likable. I think her and Stormy Hale could be the new Madison Miles Chantal feud that we had in the late 2010s. Thoughts on this potential feud?
Yeah, I've been saying it for a bit now that Stormy's definitely the future of women's wrestling in the Maritimes. She just something where she's already athletic. She's been athletic her whole life. I think when you're starting out wrestling, that's an edge. That helps.
Yeah.
She's just picked it up really quickly. I mean, honestly, seeing her matches earlier on compared to what she does in the ring now, she's just more comfortable. Her personality comes out a lot more. I really do enjoy that she's starting to kind of lean into the I'm better than you. I don't need any of you. You're lucky to see me. Who are you to get the pleasure to watch Stormy Hale?
Yep.
I think she's got to keep leaning into that. And she could be the big heel women's wrestler in the Maritimes for the next few years for sure.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, absolutely. That's who I'd put my money on as you mentioned, Corey, the heel of the women's division. And yeah, Salem Wilder, she really fits the bill when it comes to the face of the women's division. And there's always got to be those two sides, right? And it's like you mentioned, eventually there will be a tension that'll grow in between them, and it'll pay off at a certain point. So I definitely put my money on those two eventually. Probably the end of the year, that'll be it. Like, that'll be the picture. I wouldn't be surprised.
I'd put it on Stormy sooner rather than later and let people chase. Whether that means bringing people into the promotion to chase Stormy, have some crooked, dastardly ways for Salem to lose until the final big payoff match. But I think Stormy deserves a run with the women's belt here sooner rather than later.
Even at the next event there at Eviction, I noticed that the match has already been set, for the women's championship. So it's going to be Vanna Black versus Drea. Isn't Drea? She's from not NSPW, IWS.
Yeah,
I believe so. Yeah,
the International Wrestling Syndicate.
I do not know this Drea you speak of. I believe you though, Marcus.
I know she worked there.
She's with Danny Leo. They're a tag.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah.
I might have seen them. Fine. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, who knows?
CCW and IHW always had a great relationship, and Ronnie Payne is going to need some challengers, and I think Stormy Hale is one of them. I think Salem Wilder could be another great challenger, like a babyface versus babyface type of thing. So sky's the limit for women's wrestling here in the Maritimes.
And we did see Salem Wilder actually at IHW previous to her injury once.
Yeah, I believe so. So
I don't remember who it was against, but I believe she did win. We were quite impressed, actually. That was our first time seeing her.
Yeah, I believe I wasn't there. I believe it was work season for me.
Possible.
I don't remember who it was, so we'll have to go back into the archives to see that. But I want to talk about this ladder match because we had a few, like, we're still just January, and we had at least 2 matches this weekend that were contenders for match of the year, and we're not even a month in. Ace Dynasty, Crude Oil, the blow-off to this feud for now. For now. You know, they can always rematch in the future and all that. This was a very good match. Like, the first ladder match in CCW history.
Great venue for a ladder match.
Great
what a
venue.
Great venue.
This is the only match that we got to see a fan fortunately recorded it and sent it our way. I believe Slick McRick injured his hand. He cut his hand open or something like that. I know Justin Summers was at the event, and he told us that his hand was pretty messed up. Thoughts on this ladder match? You know, Spike Esty and Chevron. That's a rivalry right now. Like, you don't want to. You don't want to miss anything that they do.
Nope.
They have been just killing it. Just killing it. You got the clean-cut babyface against the Alberta Clipper. It's the one versus the Alberta Clipper, and it's in singles, it's in tag teams. This ladder match was amazing. I know, Mark, you watch it. I don't know if Corey saw it.
I did not.
What was your thought on this match?
I saw a couple spots. Go ahead, Mark.
Yeah, well, honestly, like, you know, it's as I wrote it in our conversation together. Like, the match starts, and they understood the assignment. It was a fucking ladder match. They got the ladders. Let's go. Like, they crushed each other with the ladders. There was one spot especially that I found really, really funny, because it was something that reminded me of something that I would have done in my younger days, where Spike sat on the top of the ladder and just rode it down until it smashed. I think it was Scotty Crew. Yeah. It was under it. And I was like, dude, I would do that. I would fucking do that, like, 100%. Anyway, that was funny, but man, like, they ate a lot of I don't know what those ladders were made with, but anyway, they ate a lot of it.
I love how seeing the growth of Mark and just, like, picking up on things. Like, I remember when he said they knew the assignment. It's a ladder match. It's a fucking ladder match. They got the assignment. They killed the assignment. Like, the growth of Mark is something that I'm extremely proud of on this channel. There's a few spots here. Chevron is live young, or live fast, die young type of guy. He put his body on the line. The spot where he went through, off the ladder through the table, seemed like it really, really sucked.
It was a cherry on top, though. It
was a cherry on top.
Topped it off so well.
And from the angle that we saw it, we didn't see, but, like, Scott Lee was right there. And as soon as he goes through the table, Scott Lee's head pops up from the side of the ring. And I was like, what the fuck is that? But no, this match was insane. Scott Lee Crew is a made guy in CCW. He's a former heavyweight champion there, multiple-time tag team champion. Slick McRick, tag team champion, River Valley champion. The two guys for the future, it's Esty and Chevron. What does the future hold, especially in CCW, for Chevron and Esty? You see gold this year for either of these two. Singles gold, that is.
Do you remember my predictions? I think it was last episode.
It was the one before that? Maybe it was last week.
No, it was last episode.
Yeah.
I don't.
I think it was last episode.
What was it?
So, LG is going to drop the Prestige Championship.
To Esty?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And Esty drops it. I do remember now. Like, you had that hot potato thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you had like
the whole year planned out, Corey.
Yeah, you had like 5 or 6 different champions in the course of like 6 months.
I've been fantasy booking CCW on my spare time there.
CCW owners. There you go. Your next booker, Mark the Mark.
Yeah, Mark the Mark. I just want to make a mention to the fact that we need to cut Corey off from watching The Sopranos and any other Italian movie because he goes, hey, Scott Lee Crew, he's a made man in CCW. He's a made man. And I'm sitting here like, settle down, Don. All right? God, let's leave the Mafia references out. He's a made man here in CCW, that Scott Lee Crew.
The worst part is you're not the first one to tell me that this week. This week, and we're recording this on Tuesday.
It's a made man.
Oh, I love The Sopranos. I love Mafia movies.
I know you do.
Yeah. Corey eats his mama's gabagool.
That is not cool. So CCW, their next show, I believe it's February 21st, going head-to-head with the Superstars of Wrestling show. If you're in the area, I know they already have a bunch of matches announced. The Strong Brothers are going to be facing off. The new tag champs are going to be there. Shano versus Hunter Sampson. Kerry Killam. He's going to... What's the name of the show? Mark?
Eviction.
Well, he's gonna try to evict the NBWA heavyweight title from Rugged Rick Owens. It's gonna be a hell of a show, but we got one more show to go, and myself and Mark the Mark, we were there for this one, and oh boy, what a hell of a way to kick off 2026 for North Pro. On the VIP, This was North Pro Kickstart My Heart. Oni Bjornsson, he beat James Manning the Mauler himself on the VIP. So, a story here. It was supposed to be the Trios title match, the Pro Wrestling Ontario Trios title. Highlight Heathens came out. It was the first time me hearing that theme song that they have. I'm going to pull the curtain back a little bit, and I remember I was talking to Hollywood Cole at the end of the night, and I said the music, man. He's like, oh, that's the first time you heard it. And I go, man, I know you guys are heel, but you guys keep fucking popping me. Like, it's not fair. I want to boo you. I really do, but it's really fucking hard. But they come out, they're shimmying. Ethan Knight gives a note to referee Jesse, Indy Baldref. He's on YouTube. He's all over social media. You know,
TikTok.
Go TikTok. Go subscribe. Go press the little icon thing or whatever. I'm old. All right, I don't know the terms.
The Tic Tacs.
The Tic Tacs.
He's a made man. He's a made man, though.
He's a made man in my book. They give him a note, and they said, not right now, nerd or something like that. Sabotage is like, what the hell? What's going on? So Justin and Connors, they're flying all over the place, and they're like, all right, we're going to have another match. So Sebi and Bobby Boyette came out, and they took on the Durnings, Dryce and Dick. There was a duel with the bubble guns. Dryce got the worst of it. He got clean eyeballs, though. So the Durnings did get the win. Hell of a tag team finish they do. It's like a burning hammer, like sort of double foot stomp. It was incredible. Dryce is the perfect size to do those moves with his dad. Like, Dick is the powerhouse, and Dryce is just the flying off the top and just killing himself. So the opening match, we saw Alex Robbins beat Ian Pratt, and we'll get to that one in a second. Oni Bjornsson, he beat Chizenko, so Chizenko was his first time, and he cut a promo. And it's funny, because every time that someone comes out that's new to the company, they're coming out, they got music, and they're just walking to the ring, and I turn to Mark and I go, fuck, is he a heel or a face? Am I booing him or cheering him? And Mark's like, he's grabbing the mic, and we're like, good, we're going to find out. And he goes, I was on my way to Fredericton, a real town. I'm like, he's a heel. We're going to boo him. Mark is like laughing his ass off. He's like, it's funny the things that get you so excited. Finding out if someone's a heel or a face. So he issues an open challenge. Anybody, even if it's someone from the VIP, and Oni Bjornsson came out. Oni Bjornsson didn't squash him. It was a pretty good match, a big hoss fight. Bjornsson did get the win, though. For the Northern Star title, Dawson James, he beat Evan Gibbons in... I'm just going to say what Dawson James said before the match. Shook hands with Evan Gibbons, and he said, let's kill ourselves. Let's just kill each other. And that's pretty much what they did. They beat the flying fuck out of each other. Great match. PWO Trios title, the Highlight Heathens, they beat the Shadow Agency at the end of that match. It seems like the Shadow Agency is no more. Ricky Mortis basically browbeat AWOL, saying, I deserve gold. I deserve gold. So Mortis will be in a number one contenders match at the next show. Next show, I believe, is March 7th.
Correct.
And we won't know who his opponent is until the very day. So probably when he comes out of the curtain, we'll know who it is. My guess is it's not a toaster. So, next matchup was for the Undisputed.
Think about it. The event is called Uncharted Waters, so you don't want a toaster in the waters there, Corey.
That's a good point right there.
That's fair.
Really
I think that's true. I think
Ricky Mortis is a made man, though.
For the Undisputed North Pro Heavyweight Championship, Rudy Lockhart successfully defended against Kobe Christ, 5-star classic. I have a few points before we get to the main event. Number one, Ian Pratt, the most underrated wrestler in the Maritimes. And am I friends with Ian Pratt? I don't think he considers me a friend. I think he hates me. But I love Ian Pratt.
He hates everybody.
He hates everybody, so it's fine.
Yeah.
He put this kid over so well. And just everything that Ian does was so fucking good. I gotta highlight the drop kick. I don't remember if I said it or Mark said it, but he hits the drop kick, and one of us said AJ Styles, because it was one of those drop kicks where he almost backflipped. And if you go on TikTok, on Ian Pratt's TikTok, he does have that clip of that drop kick, the most beautiful drop kick I've ever seen in person. Ian Pratt, please push him, someone. Please push him, put gold on him. He deserves it. He's underrated as hell. Already talked about Ricky Mortis. Rudy Lockhart versus Kobe Christ. There's a few spots here where we thought Rudy might have died. There was and I don't know how, like, Rudy's such a light guy that I guess it comes natural. He went for one of those wheelbarrow moves, and Covey stopped him, and then just grabbed him by the neck and underneath the armpit, and just threw him German suplex style, landed right on his head, and it got a pop, but it also got the I don't know, I think he might be hurt. And then after that, he got up after a minute. He took some time. There was also the brain buster. Which, if you don't know what the brain buster is the top rope brain buster.
Well, that's the thing. Like, it wasn't just a brain buster. Like, he spun around. Like, it was like a 180, avalanche brain buster. I don't know. The reaction from the crowd wasn't, it was, they were, my God. Okay, he's moving. I think we're fine. I was talking with Matt Connors at the end of the show, and he said we gave Covey and Rudy 15 minutes, and they ended 15 minutes on the dot.
Wow.
And he goes, fucking Covey, he's that fucking good. And I was like, I agree. Covey Christ he really is the Messiah of the Maritimes. Like, he's an amazing guy. You gotta give Rudy Lockhart his flowers too. Oh, yeah. That guy is killing it. Like, my prediction for him being the number one guy in the Maritimes, thank you, Mr. Lockhart, for proving me right. I will mention this. Rudy came out at the end of the night with the belt on his shoulder. And I just look at him and I'm like, can I hold the belt a minute? And he goes, oh, sure. So I grab the belt, I wait with my hands, put it back on his shoulders. Why did I do that? Jason, Connor, Cook, and a few other guys have told me that belt weighs a ton. It's a heavy belt. I curiosity killed the cat. It's heavy, but not as heavy as I thought it was going to be.
You've just gotten stronger, maybe.
It's a nice weighted belt, though.
It is. Yeah. Corey's all about the belts.
I'm not, but I do like I like when somebody invests and gets like a good solid belt. So.
Yeah, I remember years ago we interviewed Marcus Burke, and that's what he said. because he's the one that had purchased that belt, and he's like, I wanted something like with some weight. You don't want something that it just weighs nothing. But before you guys say it, I'm going to say it. Belts are props.
I was thinking it.
I know you were thinking it. The belt was a made guy. He was made, right?
Sure.
Hey, but a heavier prop makes you feel better.
There you go.
Yeah. March 7th, the next North Pro show. Me and Mark will be there. March is hard for me. March is hard for me. IHW is the next week. No tickets have been purchased yet.
They're only for sale, I think tomorrow.
Well, today, actually, because we are Wednesday now.
Oh!
It took a second there.
It took me a fucking minute there.
You saw the fucking screws go in his head. I will be at Northborough, unless, and I'm willing to throw $40 in the drain, unless there is an actual finals or potentially a final game.
Game 7 or something fun.
A game 7, something like that. I will be buying my tickets. For IHW, it might be a last minute thing if I am going. IHW, I believe, is on March 14th. But yeah, that was North Pro. Hell of a great show. AWOL was on this card too. And AWOL was also in UCW. And I kind of feel for AWOL. I'm waiting for them to get something that they can sink their teeth in. Because it seems like they're the team that they're a part of a storyline, but they're not the main focus. IHW, they're Logan Green's heavy. Yeah. In North Pro and IPW, they're in the Shadow Agency, but Ricky Mortis is the main focus. In UCW, they had a VIP match versus Robbie McAllister and Jonathan Cross, a big match, but the focus is on Jonathan Cross and Robbie McAllister. I'm looking forward to see what's next for AWOL, because I love these two kids. They're two good guys, and I think the best is yet to come, but it's how do they get there?
Yeah. And I mean, they're only getting better, right? They're getting experience, and it's normal. I mean, you see people like professionals out there that have been at it for years, and until they hit their strides, until they find the right spot on the card, the right story, they won't get gold, but they still have that sense of achievement, right? And, it'll come.
Yeah,
I mean, there's going to be opportunities, and again, they're just going to grind it out and wait for that right opportunity.
Absolutely. Yeah. Final thing I have here is Wesley Pipes and Cody Uno Ocho are going to be in Mexico wrestling on January 31st, so that's this weekend. So best of luck to these two from the Maritimes. And other than that, I believe that is an episode. No shows, not that I could find anyway, coming up next week. So next week we will have a Mark side of the ring. We'll find something. Again, if you want more information on Jason, social media, he will keep everybody posted. And that's it. Anything else, boys?
That's all I got, man. You're a meat man.
I mean, honestly, the only other thing, I mean, especially these times, I guess, the off season, I guess we could call it, for Maritime Wrestling. I mean, I think it's so important to show up to these events, especially with the ladder match. I did watch it through that footage, that fan footage, but obviously it doesn't feel the same watching it online compared to being there in person and just feeling the thrill of it, whether you've been to these events before or not. Just try it out. Like you go and you see these particular matches, and even at North Pro, like where we saw basically the future of what's going to be Maritime Wrestling most likely for the next 5 to 10 years. Like these guys are amazing. Like I'm really, really surprised. Alex Robbins, Dawson James, Evan Gibbons. Man, the guy is strong.
I mean, Dawson hasn't reached his ceiling yet. Dawson
not
is
even.
is
He's
still
gonna
on
get
the
better.
rise. Joey White is injured right now. He's one. Rudy Lockhart, he's there right now. I still
Yeah.
don't think he's reached his ceiling. Like
Yeah.
Rudy Lockhart, like we might lose him to Ontario or Quebec or the States or
Could.
something. Like he's that good, and size
Yeah.
doesn't matter anymore. You know.
He's a unique talent. You can't
unique.
find another Rudy anywhere.
I'm bought in with Rudy Lockhart. Like he's one of my
Yeah.
favorite guys to watch right now because I watched the Orion Rudy match from December, and in my mind, it's how did you make this work?
Yeah.
Because watching Big Show against Rey Mysterio never made sense for me. But Rudy, and credit goes to Giant Orion too. He moves like a cruiserweight. But they made it work, and just credit to Rudy, credit to Orion. I also want to say a big thank you to Connor Cook and to New Scott, who provided the results for CCW and UCW respectively. Can't do it without them. But yeah, we are done with this episode. Thank you all very much for listening. We will all see you in 7 days. Until then, take care, everybody.
Thanks for tuning in to the Unofficial Maritime Wrestling Podcast. We drop new episodes every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Atlantic Time, so make sure to join us each week. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram, and also listen to the episodes and interviews on all your favorite podcast platforms, like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and more. And if you want to support us even further, grab one of our t-shirts over at Pro Wrestling Tees. Just scan the QR code to get yours. Until next time, thanks for listening and supporting Maritime Wrestling.